Hey, good morning. It's BJ and Joe Ondo out and about on the Recumbents. And we're again on the Templeton Gap, or what we like to call the T-Gap Trail. This is the northern half of it. Goes right by this giganto drainage canal. But yeah, hope you're all doing good. It's a Wednesday morning. Yeah, should be Wednesday. Yeah, 31st of August, or 31st of July. Don't want to hurry August up yet, since it's the last month of real summer here in Colorado, in southern Colorado. Yeah, we don't care what that calendar tells you. Once it hits September, it's fall here, especially at night. Until we've been getting some rain lately. It's nice and green down there. Usually it's brown. And as you can tell, sadly our the wind pattern changed, or either that or the high pressure moved out, which they were talking about it was going to do. And so guess what? We get a present from Canada, Oregon, and now northern Colorado. We got smoke, which is a bummer. We got lucky the last two or 3 days, actually like 3 days. They cleared out, especially the last two. So it was a lot more enjoyable. But especially since on our local news, they were telling us that supposedly, you know, the particles in this stuff's not exactly wonderful for you to be breathing and can bring on dementia faster. Well, let's hope that's not true. And luckily there's a pretty good breeze. Of course, that's what's bringing the smoke in. But at least it doesn't, at least it's not stagnant smoke, so. And so, like I said, we're the Ondos, BJ and Joe Ondo. For you new folks out there, our channel is out and about on the Recumbents, because we ride three-wheeled recumbent tricycles. They do make two-wheeled recumbent bicycles too, just so you'll know. They're very, very different than your normal bicycle though. I had a couple of them and I liked them, but you still had the problem that you do with any two-wheeled bicycle. You have to have good balance. And sometimes my balance isn't so hot. Okay, I'm gonna let Joe go ahead here. Okay, so yeah, I told him this should kick it up to 3. And we'll shift down. Ah, dang it. I gotta remember I can't do that. Ole, 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 ole. Now for the tricky part, I gotta cut this corner just perfect. I'm gonna go here in the dirt. There we go. Okay, gotta slow down here. We got a ridge. Okay, click the Click the E-assist from level 3 to level 1. Yeah, sorry about the metal rails, but I figured that had to be a little more interesting than Union Boulevard on the other side here. We'll be heading up here and then going to up to McDonald's on Academy Boulevard using the Flint Ridge Drive bike trail, or I'm sorry, bike lane. But yeah, well, I hope you got to see my last little video short. I don't do short videos very often, but I'm trying to learn how to use the Relive, I call it the video mapping program, and I got it to work, kinda, and I figured out how to download it from my cell phone to my file and videos on my computer, and then that way I can put it into my normal videos. So I'm doing that again today. Grasshoppers all over the place as usual. Yeah, one good thing about this wind today is that it's actually a little cooler. You know, it's not a real hot wind, so it is supposed to hit well over 90 today. We've been in that. It's funny, because they said that on our local weather that last summer was actually hotter, but I think we've actually had more days in the 90 plus this summer than last year. Sorry, bug. Jed, we've got a bug. And so yeah, we're coming up onto the fork in the road, as they say. On this trail you either have to continue straight and go down underneath the bridge, and that keeps you on the Templeton Gap Trail, and then supposedly if you veer to the left and you go over the drainage canal, that slowly puts you onto, that becomes the Austin Bluffs Trail, which I didn't know until I saw a sign. you know, signs everywhere, a sign talking, blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the signs? And like I said, we're running right along a very deep drainage canal. I figure since it's probably about 20 feet deep and it's all cement, it's probably should rate a little more than a drainage ditch. So. Okay, so when we get it to where we're going to turn off the trail and onto Flint Ridge Drive, the bike lane, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off. Hold on a second. Let me see. Here's the fork in the road. If you go left, you go over the drainage canal. Go ahead, dear. Go straight. Yeah, that's fine. Joe was asking if we wanted to go all the way to the dead end on Ranch Road on this trail, on this part of the trail. I said, sure, why not? Because we're still pretty early. I'd check out the ducks. Wait. You know, animals are amazing, because if you or I tried to drink that water, we'd probably die. I'm sure it has one heck of a lot of impurities in it. Of course, my understanding, that's why birds have gizzards. That's what I was told sometime. As you can see, this is definitely and when it rains and gets wild, water comes from everywhere. This is a bad one here because you're trying to get up here, and guess what? It comes from that way too. Bump. Okay. That's to be able to get out to Union Boulevard. Exit there. Alright, got this incline to go here. Come on, baby, up that hill. You know, I mean, it's amazing. E-assist is just something else, you know. That was a real tug before. And this is a little bit, give you a little more. And this actually isn't the really deep part of the drainage canal. And even it's probably 15 foot, 12 to 15 foot deep. But it's not square across the bottom, so it's not as, not quite as large. Yeah, this whole neighborhood up here is morning, the Austin Bluffs neighborhood. I'm sure there's more names than that. You know, because if you go west a bit, it's considered Craigmore neighborhood. Excuse me. I gotta stop and get a drink of water. Yeah. I had a subscriber ask me about, very nice gentleman, made us feel really good. He said watching our videos helped him decide to buy a trike. That's just fantastic. That's one of the reasons we do the videos, you know. And you know, if you can't afford a recumbent trike, you know, I totally understand. It is a bit of a commitment, you know. So sorry about the change, but I need to gear down one. There we go. And the one bad thing about recumbent trikes is they're expensive. There's no doubt. Yeah, I mean, the cheapest recumbent trike, you know, new e-trike is like $3,200. That's a TerraTrike Charge. That's the company that makes it in the model. TerraTrike Charge, C-H-R-G-E. And that's 32 to 33. You know, that's with nothing on it. And you know, we were really fortunate to find Joe's. Both our trikes are technically ice trikes from Britain, inspired cycle engineering, but hers is an older version. You know, it's called a Trice, T-R-I-C-E, and mine is an ice, and it's like the very first of the Sprint 2 model, although mine's considered a special edition because it has it's funny, my bike is a hybrid, or my trike is a hybrid. I have the frame, the newer style frame of the Ice Sprint 2 series of the time. This is mine's a 2011, and but my front end, my boom and all that, and the rear end of the trike are basically leftover Trice, T-R-I-C-E, you know, assemblies. They had some left over, and they decided that they'd give a discount, and you know, if you bought this instead of the brand new one, because it has a different front end and a different rear end, and they called this one the Sprint 2 Special Edition. Ooh, ah, huh? And this is a pretty steady climb up to a street called Ranch Road, and that's where it dead ends on this leg of the trail. I'm gonna cruise in here and let this guy by. Howdy. Yeah, with this bush sticking out here, I was afraid we'd meet up right about then. And you know, trikes are wide. I mean, I think mine's about 32 to 33 inches wide at the front, and I believe Joe's is 33 to 34. I think they need to do a little tree trimming. Yeah, this takes you up to Ranch Road, and then there's a really terrible thin sidewalk that takes you like 3 or 4 blocks up to Academy Boulevard. And this street here with all this traffic, this is Union Boulevard. So basically you go up to the intersection of Union Boulevard and Academy Boulevard. Union Boulevard's an east-west main road system, and Academy Boulevard is a north-south main road system through Colorado Springs, Colorado, where we live. Okay. I gotta switch hands again. You're up this time. But yeah, I kind of got away from things, sorry, but yeah, we got Joe's trike with the e-assist system already on it for $2,200 because it was used. And that's one of the many great things about our dealer, Angle Tech, www.cycledifferent.com, here in Colorado Springs. And they're one of the few dealers that refurbishes and sells used recumbents. Because I'll be honest with you, we couldn't afford we can't afford a new one. It's out of, new recumbent trikes are completely out of our budget. So we've been buying different trikes, from him since from Kelvin, K-E-L-V-I-N, the owner, and the crew. Josiah, who I like to call the general manager, and then you have Kirk, who's the head technician, and then you have Jackie, who is the she's kind of the jack of all trades. Wait for this truck to go by here. But yeah, we're just turning around now because, like I said, this is where it dead ends. This leg of the trail. The sad thing about it is that I'm going to stop here in this shade, dear. Okay, I'm going to shut her down for now, and we'll pick it back up when we head back down the Flint Ridge bike lane, and do a little bit more from there. But yeah, thanks for coming along. Appreciate it. So this should be a little longer video than the three and a half minute video from yesterday. But that was just a pure test. I'm hoping this time I can get the photos to actually show up on the relive video. That's what I'm trying to get. So I did something wrong, I guess. All right, we'll get back to you. Bye for now. All right, we're back. Just stopped off at McDonald's and got ourselves a unsweetened iced tea to eat with our homemade diabetic trail mix, as I call it. Sorry about my feet being in the way, but not a lot I can do. Okay, a little too much wind. Got a bit of a cone zone here. Yeah, it's a real shame that, you know, you have to be careful to slow down a lot, because you could probably hit, howdy? You could probably hit 25 or 30 miles an hour going down this slope on Flint Ridge Drive in the bike lane. I mean, to tell you, this thing, it's just a giganto downhill. So we're coming back up to the trail now. And we'll be heading, let's see, what direction would that be? We'll be heading south, back on the T-Gap, or Templeton Gap Trail. Guess they, as most people just call it T-Gap, so, like I said, I guess they just don't like saying Templeton. Oh, bounce. Okay. Got a bit of a jump, a bump here. Not a jump, but a bump. Okay, up and over. Across the canal here. Yeah, we got a walker, so we're good there. Make sure nobody else is coming up the hill. Don't want to stop anybody from coming up the hill, because it's a pretty good slope here. Oh, sorry. Don't get me wrong. I'd much rather have concrete than any other surface, but there's some times when the concrete, especially after it's aged, is not smooth. We like to ding our bells on blind corners, and that kind of lets people know that something evil comes this way. No, just kidding. Yeah, should have geared down one more. Okay, there we go. So we're back on the trail, just heading the opposite direction. We're not gonna go on the other fork today, because we just did that not too long ago. Plus two, the breeze is starting to go down a little bit, so although it's still there, but we'll probably only be, you know, out for another hour at the most, just because it is gonna hit 92 today, or more, yeah, or more. But yesterday was 98, and I think today was only supposed to be 95 Fahrenheit. Yeah, still hot, really hot. And kind of like we've been mentioning, Joe and I don't do well in the heat. And well, we're okay up to 90, but man, once it goes over 90, we're just fried. And we have a you know, we have to we live in a second-story apartment, and of course, you know, you can't drag these e-assisted trikes, you know, up 2 flights of stairs, you know, because with the motor there, and the battery, of course you can take the battery off, which is nice, which helps a lot, but still, you know, trying to get the trikes through doors that don't want to fit, and you know, not quite wide enough. And I can get mine in the apartment, but I can't get Joe's, because hers is 2 inches wider than mine on the front end, because she has a rarity in on a trike. She has quick release front wheels. That must have been a very very special order with ice that the original buyer got, because that's the first one I've ever seen with quick release front wheels. But the problem of it is the screwer, not screwer, but screwer with a Q, has sticks out about another ½ inch on top of that wider front end that she's got, because hers is considered a touring trike, where mine is considered kind of a little bit of a hot rod, but not the hot rod. As far as ice trikes go, the hot rod is called a VTX, and it's a hot rod. You know, it's got super thin high pressure tires and super light aluminum and carbon fiber parts and top of the line equipment on it, you know. And it's got a 700C wheel on the back, so it's got a huge wheel. So yeah, it's the racer boy trike. Mine's kind of like, think of it as a BMW Sport Coupe, you know, two-door hot rod. You know, that's what my trike, my Sprint 2, is supposed to be like. Just a little faster, a little lower to the ground. And okay, so we're back over here at our little tunnel. Okay, so I got a really sharp turn here I got to make, and my my trike, it does not like sharp turns. Little tunnel down there. Bump. Now this doesn't go anywhere. It goes down to a street down here, and then it dead ends. So, all right. So I gotta get going here. Oh yeah, turn baby, turn. Get up to 3. Ole, 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 ole. I think Joe's giving me a little time, because I have to get up here and then I have to turn around. Oh boy, I should have geared down. It's gonna be real tough here. Okay, hopefully nobody's coming. Oops. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I cannot make this. I can't make these sharp turns like Joe can. Although even this one she may not be able to do, because it's well past the 90. I don't know what it is, but it's well past the 90. Yeah, that is the real limitation of my trike, is that I don't have the turning radius she does. You can kind of see how we had to come up the upslope here, and of course, we had somebody else that needed to go the other direction. Bummer, but hey, that's the way life goes sometimes. And so I rode up to let him through. We're back to the grasshopper apocalypse. Oh! Yeah, sorry. I really like that. One of my fellow YouTubers, that's also an excellent triker, her and her husband, they have a channel called Trike Talkin', like jive talking, from the BGs. Okay, yes, I'm old, all right? Cut me some slack, Jack. But yeah, so it's called Trike Talkin', and They do a lot of off-road because, you know, they've got the big fat tire Sunseeker trikes. And something that we don't do much of, because that's not, these trikes that we've got are really not meant for off-road. Especially because we have street tires on them, you know. She's got, you know, I don't know, hers are kind of a semi-slick, you know. Because they do go, you know, they do regular trails on, you know, paved trails or concrete trails. This is just a little access sidewalk that takes you off of the trail in Union Boulevard and puts you on a little back street here. And we're just doing this to go a different way. Give it a little different view. This is this is Templeton Gap Road. So it's T Gap Road instead of T Gap Trail. How about that? You haven't left the gap. But yeah. Yeah. Got a big, this whole it's so funny, this whole corner on both sides of Fillmore and Union are all medical, you know, medical buildings for different companies and stuff. And tomorrow I got to go to one of those buildings, but it's across the street. Got to get my Social Security yearly wellness physical, which is a joke, because all they really do is talk to you, you know. You know, they ask you, you know, how do you feel? Are you going to die? Are you a mental case? You know, so I know I don't feel like I'm gonna die. Yeah, it could be a mental case. That's okay. If I'm a mental case, it's a good mental case. So we got another one of these. Now we're at Templeton Gap in Fillmore. And it's one of these long lights. I mean, it's long. So we're stuck here waiting. So I'll let you, you'll be stuck with my ugly mug. A lot of times we stop here at Nancy Lewis Park, but since we, you know, we just stopped, we're gonna go on. We'll shoot down the bike lane, and we'll either take it all the way down to another bike lane, or we'll turn on the Rock Island Trail, go down that way, pick up the Shook's Run. Okay, here we go. Earth. Oh, I should have geared up one. That's okay. They can wait. They got a red light. How much more time I've got. Probably starting to get low. That's Nancy Lewis Park right there. I think that's our favorite park in the whole town. It's got all kinds of benches, picnic tables. Got a fountain in the middle of a really nice pond. You know, it's just a nice one. Yeah, it looks like I've only got about 15 minutes left and 30% of my battery. Like I said, my battery usually outruns my car lasts longer than my battery. That's how I should say it. And this is only a 32 gig card. But, you know, if I had more, that would make my videos longer. And you guys are probably like, no, no, your video's long enough. Please, no more. And I understand that. I just really don't like doing video shorts. Like I said, yesterday's, because it was a pure experiment, that worked out really well. Plus, I got to do a slideshow, and I like the old slideshow. I guess I'm weird. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so we'll probably come down here and got a crabapple tree. Yeah, I think we'll just go straight and go hook up on another bike lane. We got to stop here. Get this bike across. Oh, he's coming out on our road. But yeah, this is I think this is still part of the Bonn, B-O-O-B-O-N-N. The Bonn area that they also call Bonnieville. Not Bonneville like the Salt Flats, but Bonnieville. And if we could ever afford to buy a home, this is where we'd buy it. We really like this neighborhood. Now, we wouldn't mind living in the old North End either, where we live now, in our apartment. I mean, it's really, it's a great area. We're within a quarter of a mile of 5 different trails. You know, you can't beat that if you don't have a car. Safeway is within 3/4 of a mile. Little shopping center, Joey's New York Pizza, Sasquatch cookies, yeah, Humble coffee. Sadly, we've never been able to try Sasquatch cookies. I heard they're really good, you know, because Joe's a type 2 diabetic. And of course, they don't make anything that's sugar-free, which is really disappointing. You'd think they could make one sugar-free, you know? Yeah. Because they do make sugar-free chocolate chips and stuff. Oh, we're in a really rattly tar here. Got a Shero. That means they're supposed to share the road with us because it gets thin right here. But they get kind of stupid sometimes. Okay, so we're going to pick up the Fontanero bike trail. All right. Now, I'm sorry, but bike lane. Yeah, it's a bike lane if it's in a street. It's a bike trail if it's separate. It can also be a bike path too, but most people don't call them paths. I'm kind of in the deal that, morning.
Those look like fun.
They're a blast. Have a good day. We gotta get past so this guy can get by. Yeah, a lot of people always tell us those look like fun. They are. You still gotta work, you know, because yeah, we do have e-assist motors, but we have what they call PASS, pedal assisted system. So which means you have to pedal. If you don't pedal, you don't get the boost. You don't get the, you know, you don't get anything. You have to pedal. Pedal, pedal, pedal. As the racers always say, shut up legs and pedal. Stop, Joe. Oh, I guess they turned. Okay, so now we're going to pick up another bike lane. So you're getting to really see the bike lanes today. This will be the Weber Street bike lane. Probably the nice, you know, the most comfortable and easy to use bike lane in the whole city. Because yes, there's car traffic and there's, but it's, you know, you got the block on, you know, the extra area on both sides of the trail. It's or the lane. It's nice and wide, and the traffic's not terrible here. Okay, I don't know, make sure this person's gonna stop, because man, sometimes they come racing for those stops, you know, so you really don't know if they're gonna stop or not, you know. Yeah, I'll probably stop down here before we get into downtown, pull over and find some shade, and go ahead and shut the video down. And again, thanks for coming along. Always remember, it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. That is lyrics from a song by James Taylor himself, Sweet Baby James. It's got a funny name. It's like Erie Up, but that's yeah, just a great quote for a trike ending, if you ask me. And okay, y'all remember, you know, we'd love for you to like or share our video with anybody you want to share it with. Our videos will always be free on YouTube, but we will never ask you for any money. No Patreon members, no that kind of stuff. No, we don't do that. You know, we want this to be free so everybody can check it out. And yeah. Well, I think I haven't found any shade yet. We're on the sunny side of the day, I guess. Yeah, that was a garbage truck, as you can tell. So I'm gonna kick down my gears here, and I'm gonna pull over, and we're just gonna have to do it in the sun. Because there's no shade. Bummer. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh, one reminder. If you want to be notified of our next video when it releases, on the YouTube page itself is a little bell logo. Click on that bell logo, and you'll be notified when our next video comes out. You won't have to try to find us in the YouTube universe, verse. And all right. Well, we didn't get to use the first part that I really like to do, so just remember, the next time, let's go. Ride low, ride slow, but always ride recumbent. From BJ and Joe Ando, out and about on the recumbents. Happy trails. See you next time. Have a great week. Bye.